What if 7 ancient foods protected hearts for centuries? Modern science is finally catching up, and that changes everything. The overlooked olive wasn't just food. Researchers found compounds supporting heart health. But here's what nobody mentions. Why were figs considered powerful across biblical lands? Their natural nutrients still surprise researchers studying cardiovascular wellness. A forgotten staple from Jesus' time supplied lasting nourishment. What they never told you about lentils is fascinating. Shocking question. Why did fishermen eat this daily catch? Modern findings suggest benefits worth revisiting today. What scientists discovered next? This ancient fruit delivered quick energy naturally. Researchers now explore how dates fit heart-conscious eating patterns. Researchers revealed something surprising about grapes. Their natural compounds continue attracting attention in heart health studies. Could honey's secret value be more than sweetness? Historical records and modern research create an intriguing connection. An ignored pattern appears across biblical diets. Simple foods repeatedly show up. But why were they favored? The proven lesson isn't one miracle food. It's the surprising pattern behind them all. But wait until number 2. Here's the forgotten truth about olives. People valued them daily, long before scientists studied heart-supporting plant compounds. Researchers uncovered a powerful detail. Traditional olive oil remained minimally processed. What they never told you about that, the overlooked fig offered more than sweetness. Ancient communities relied on it consistently for everyday nourishment. Why did figs travel across deserts so often? Their ancient practicality still impresses nutrition researchers today. Shocking discovery. Humble lentils appear throughout history's healthiest regions. What scientists discovered next surprised even experts. This ancient bowl of lentils supplied steady nourishment. Researchers now explore why simple foods often endure. A revealed pattern connects fish consumption across generations. The consistency itself caught researchers' attention recently. Could the secret be simplicity itself? Biblical meals often featured recognizable foods rather than complicated ingredients. An ancient date palm produced fruit treasured for generations. Modern researchers continue studying its nutritional profile. The powerful connection between these foods isn't obvious. But the next discovery changes how many people think. Researchers revealed an unexpected pattern. Grapes appeared in celebrations and daily life alike. But here's what nobody mentions. Why were grapes so valued across biblical regions? Their versatility made them a powerful part of everyday meals. The overlooked role of honey wasn't just flavor. Ancient cultures treasured it for reasons still explored today. A forgotten detail about honey stands out today. Its journey from hive to table remained remarkably simple. Shocking question. What connects all 7 foods? The answer surprised researchers. What scientists discovered next was unexpected. The secret wasn't rarity. These foods were accessible, familiar, and woven naturally into everyday biblical life. Could consistency matter more than perfection? Researchers increasingly examine long-term eating patterns rather than single food. An ignored lesson from biblical diets involves balance. Meals combined natural foods instead of relying on extremes. The ancient combination of fish, olives, and grapes keeps appearing in historical records. And that changes everything. A powerful theme emerges from every example: simplicity, consistency, and natural foods. But the next food surprised everyone. The forgotten food most people overlook today may be dates. Ancient communities depended on them surprisingly often. Why did travelers carry dates everywhere? Their practicality made them a powerful companion on long journeys. Researchers revealed something interesting about traditional diets. Foods were often seasonal, local, and minimally altered. Could locality be part of the secret? Biblical communities commonly ate foods available within their regions. Shocking observation. None of these foods were marketed as miracles. What scientists discovered next may surprise you. The ancient approach focused on daily habits. Researchers increasingly study patterns rather than isolated nutrition trends. An overlooked factor in biblical eating was variety. Different foods appeared together instead of replacing one another. The powerful lesson isn't complexity. Many biblical meals featured recognizable ingredients people could actually identify. A revealed connection links these foods across centuries. They remained remarkably consistent despite changing cultures. The next biblical food carries an unexpected story. But here's what nobody mentions about its lasting popularity. The ancient popularity of fish wasn't accidental.
Coastal communities depended on it consistently for generations.
Research has revealed a fascinating trend. Fish appears repeatedly in cultures associated with long-standing dietary traditions.
Why does honey appear throughout biblical history? Its role extended beyond sweetness in surprisingly practical ways. An overlooked detail about biblical meals emerges here. Natural sweetness often came directly from whole foods.
Shocking pattern. Every featured food existed within a larger lifestyle. What scientists discovered next changed perspective. The forgotten context matters greatly. These foods were typically eaten alongside active daily routines and community. Could community meals be part of the secret? Shared eating traditions appeared repeatedly across biblical cultures. A powerful lesson emerges here. Food was rarely isolated from culture, relationships, and daily purpose. Researchers continue exploring why ancient eating patterns remain relevant. The consistency itself raises intriguing questions. The next discovery ties everything together. But here's what nobody mentions about the biggest pattern. The revealed pattern becomes clearer now. These foods weren't occasional treats. They appeared regularly across generations. Why does consistency keep appearing in research discussions? Scientists increasingly examine habits rather than isolated choices. An ancient lesson often ignored today involves simplicity. Complex solutions rarely dominated biblical food traditions. Could the secret lie in food quality instead? Ancient diets often featured ingredients close to nature. Shocking observation, none of these foods worked alone. What scientists discovered next may change your perspective. The forgotten context involves balance. Biblical meals combined different foods instead of focusing on a single star. Researchers revealed another recurring theme. Meals were often shared, creating traditions that lasted generations. A powerful takeaway emerges from history. Lasting habits usually outperform short-lived trends and fads. The overlooked message isn't about copying history exactly. It's understanding why certain patterns endured.
The biggest discovery is still ahead. But here's what nobody mentions about biblical eating patterns. The hidden lesson from these foods isn't complicated. Ancient communities built routines around simple, dependable choices.
Researchers revealed something remarkable. Many biblical foods remain common today despite thousands of years passing. Why have these ancient foods endured so long? Their continued popularity creates an intriguing historical question. An overlooked fact stands out here. Biblical diets emphasized recognizable foods rather than heavily engineered products.
Shocking question. What happens when simple foods become daily habits? What scientists discovered next surprised many.
The forgotten theme keeps returning. Consistency mattered more than chasing every new dietary trend.
Could simplicity itself be the secret? Ancient meals often featured fewer ingredients, yet lasting traditions.
A powerful connection links all 7 foods. Each fit naturally into everyday life and community.
Researchers continue exploring these ancient patterns. The consistency across cultures remains difficult to ignore.
The final lessons bring everything together. But here's what nobody mentions about the strongest takeaway. The revealed takeaway isn't about one superfood. It's the pattern connecting everyday choices across generations.
Why do these ancient foods still attract attention today? Their enduring presence continues raising fascinating questions.
An overlooked lesson emerges from history. Sustainable habits often outlast dramatic promises and quick fixes. The ancient approach emphasized daily practice. Small choices repeated consistently can shape larger outcomes over time.
Shocking realization. The strongest lesson may have nothing to do with individual foods. What comes next matters. The forgotten context includes movement, community, and routine. Food existed within a much larger lifestyle. Could relationships be part of the secret? Shared meals appeared repeatedly throughout biblical communities and traditions. A powerful truth stands out. Lasting traditions usually survive because generations find genuine value in them. Researchers continue studying these ancient patterns today. The questions they raise remain surprisingly relevant. The final takeaway may surprise you. Simple habits often endure longest. But the conclusion changes everything.
The hidden message behind these foods isn't mystery. It's how ordinary choices compound across an entire lifetime.
Researchers revealed something timeless. Simple foods often remain relevant long after trends and fads disappear. An overlooked truth from history stands clear. Consistency usually matters more than occasional perfection. The ancient wisdom wasn't complicated. Communities repeated practical habits that naturally fit everyday life.
Shocking realization. The greatest lesson may be simplicity itself. What scientists discovered next surprised even them. The forgotten connection involves more than food. Daily routines helped shape the broader biblical lifestyle.
Could the secret be sustainability? These foods remained part of traditions because communities kept choosing them. A powerful takeaway emerges from every example. Enduring habits often begin with surprisingly simple decisions.
The revealed lesson isn't about recreating history exactly. It's understanding patterns that continue influencing choices.
The proven conclusion is surprisingly simple. Lasting health habits often start with everyday choices, and that changes everything.